Hello, future designers and developers. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to make just a drop-down button. So it's removed from a drop-down menu, but it's just the button itself. So I have a very misleading title here, but we'll get right into it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to make a button, and inside of the button, we are going to just call out drop menu, and we'll close up that button. Cool. So now we got this drop menu button, and we're going to have it so when we hover over this, we've got elements that are displayed. So underneath here, I am going to create a div that is going to be a class. It's going to have a class equal to menu, and then inside of this, we are going to have some list items that all have anchors. So a with an href, and that we're just going to throw in a placeholder for now. And close up my a tag, and close up my list item tag. And we're going to have a couple of these. It's making double of them. That might be because I haven't closed, oh, it's because these are actually not closing tags. That would make sense. But I also need to close my div that is my menu container over here. So let's just have a regular drop-down menu. We're gonna have, you probably never have your home actually in there. So we're just gonna do about us, contact, and locations. Cool. So there we go. We've got those, and this is pretty much all of the HTML that we are going to need to actually create this. And that's we're going to start with this, and then we are going to, I'm going to make some default changes to the way that this looks, and I'm not going to bore you with the CSS, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I just did some quick changes just to make this look a little nicer. It's very simple, but we just have a drop-down button, and you can see this is the CSS right here. So just added some padding, did some coloring, and kind of arranged my items the way that I wanted them to be. So that's it. Now, what we want to do is we want that when we hover over this menu over here, that these will disappear, or they will appear. So first off, we're going to make them disappear. So we're gonna go, and this right here, this is my div class menu. So I find menu, I already have that inside of my CSS. I'm gonna give that a display property of none. Cool. So that's gonna make that disappear. So now there's an issue. When I go and I go over to, this is just button. If I call out button and on hover, I want to have my display change. When I hover over this, I'm only changing over the properties of my button. That's what I'm hovering over. So what I need to do first is I need to add a class that surrounds both of these. So I'm going to give a div with a class equal to, we're going to call this drop button, and we're going to place that all the way around over here, and it encapsulates everything. So now when I hover over drop button, which contains drop menu, I'm going to change the display property in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to call out that drop button menu. That's just our drop button. And then we're going to say when we hover over that, we want to change the display property in our menu. So when we hover over that, we're going to call out menu, and we're going to change its display. We're going to set this to block, just our nice default, to put it back in. So there we go. As soon as I hover over it, I've got my drop-down menu that just comes to life. Sweet. That is going to do it for today's tutorial. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please make sure that you're reaching out. I'll talk to you later. Bye.